These guys here I just got. They are 2 days old now, and they are a Cornish cross. So I'm going to walk you through different stages of the birds we have on site in different varieties. But the first part here, it'll just be the Cornish cross. So these guys here, again, 2 days old. I just got them. First thing I want to do, they need to be under a heat lamp, or what we have is a heat plate. As soon as possible, they need to stay warm. So this little guy here, 2 days old. So I'm gonna make sure that I dip his head in water. He needs to drink and he needs to get warm. So I'm gonna do that. And of course, there's a lot of crying because we're so scared, huh? I know. All right, there you go, buddy. All right, so in this second brooder here, these guys are 2 weeks old, and we have 50 in this one as well. Just to kind of demonstrate for you the size difference, and then you'll also see that these guys have developed a little bit more feathers. And so with that, they're able to regulate their body temperature just a little bit better than the 2-day-old chicks. So they're going to stay in here for an additional 2 weeks, and that's where the excitement really happens. Once they reach 4 weeks, then they get out to fresh grass. So I'll show you that next batch now. All right, looks like everybody's settling in pretty nicely for their first day on green grass. So these guys here are 4 weeks old, and there are another 50 out here. Fresh grass. If they dig around in here, they find bugs. That's even more of a bonus. There's a little ladybug right here. And of course, they're going to kind of stir up the dirt if they can and kind of give themselves a dust bath here and there. Just it's more of a natural kind of environment for these birds. And so, of course, that's always what we're trying to push for. You know, we want them to be happy and thriving in the most normal way possible, while also staying in these chicken tractors where they can stay protected from the sun and of course from predators. So yeah. Alright, so we have arrived at our final batch of Cornish cross meat chickens. There are actually 2 tractors for this final batch because we want to give them as much space as possible. So again, these guys here are 6 weeks old, and there are 25 in this batch and 25 in the next batch. So hopefully you can see the size difference. These guys compared to the 4-week. The 4-week I wanted to say was about this big, where these guys pretty good size, and they still have another 2 weeks to go. Incredible birds. And the growth rate is really exponential. Maybe on a separate video we'll kind of break that down and talk a little bit more about them. But yeah, these guys are doing really great. So I'm going to move you then now to our egg layers and introduce you to them. So let's go take a look. Alright, and then here we have, give or take, I want to say there's about 40 of our full-grown egg-laying chickens. We have different varieties, of course, like I talked about earlier. Some are dual purpose, some are exclusively egg layers, varying in ranges, but they're all completely adult, mature egg-laying chickens. So there's about 40 here. Hi, Leo. And then, of course, our super friendly, awesome rooster, Leo. He's such a good boy. We've been really lucky to have super friendly roosters over the years, so that helps. I've heard horror stories, but not Leo. He's a good boy. All right, last but not least, we have 18 of these little guys. They are about a week old now. They are a white leghorn egg-laying chicken. So they're gonna lay us white eggs, but that probably won't be for another 5 or 6 months now. But 18 of those, so that's 18. bringing our complete total around 250 chickens, give or take. So
if you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. See you.